Today we're going to make a 5-gallon bucket camp light, and what you will need to create this is a junction box. I got this from Lowe's, all of this from Lowe's, you can get it at any hardware store, and a light fixture. You need an extension cord. We personally purchased a 25-foot extension cord just to make it easy to hang in a tree, and I already have the extension cord built into it. 5-gallon bucket, obviously, with a lid. White preferred, so you can see the light. And you'll need a light bulb. The fluorescent lighting works better than incandescent bulbs because they don't burn as hot. And you'll need a drill bit, and a 1/2-inch drill bit to drill in our center hole for our junction box here. You'll need some glue or caulk for the top lid at the end to secure everything from the weather. I prefer the E6000 glue because it holds up even in a dishwasher. It's very good stuff. You'll also need Phillips head screwdriver, wire strippers, and wire cutters, pen, and a marker. Alright, let's begin. First thing we're going to do is to mark our spots on our lid for cutting out or using our drill to make the insertion points for our junction box. Okay, so we're going to start actually with turning our bucket upside down. It just makes it a little bit easier for our lid. And let's go ahead and flip it upside down so we mark the proper area for our junction box. There is a small indentation circular pattern in the middle of your lid automatically. So what I'm going to do is I've punched out one part of the junction box, as you can see, and we're going to line that circle up with the circle in the middle of the lid just to make it centered, and also mark the two little spots here for our screws to go through on the top of the lid. So let's do that first. Okay. Should we right on it? Go ahead and drill in our smaller parts on our lid. Now, we want to go ahead and do our next hole, our bigger hole. Okay, let's go ahead and change out our bit. Okay. It's not real safe, so kids don't try this at home. Right in the middle. Thing we want to do is, let's go ahead and put this on, and actually I want to go ahead and widen these two holes. I should have done that before I changed my drill bit. That's alright, it's just a cinch. Now, our holes will line up with the holes on our junction box. Okay, like so. Alright. Next thing we want to do is put our bolts in. Have to find them both. And lucky for us, will fit down into our junction box perfectly. We can snap these in, which will make our job just a little bit easier. Okay. Okay, like so. Now, let's go ahead and line these up. Just one at a time here. Tightened on. I don't have a big workspace here. Alright, now got our junction box in nice and secure. That's the way you want it. We'll seal this later with some glue. Now what we're going to do, start with our extension cord. Again, you can use whatever size you'd like. We got the 25 foot. We'll have to take off one end of this. Right here. I'm going to keep the rest of that. Get some wire cutters. Okay. Cut this end off. Like so. Now, let's go ahead and run our wire through. There's cows everywhere. Okay, we'll tie a knot in it because we actually want to keep it nice and secure in this box, so if it gets tugged on from back this way, it doesn't come through or come off of your fixture either. Tie a nice clean knot in it. Okay, that's about good. Let's see, we'll pull it through. It'll come through. Alright, now what we're going to do is focus on stripping our wire. We're going to strip about an inch and a half off the end. Okay. Now, we'll take your sheath off. I don't need that anymore. You got 3 wires. Your green is your ground. We don't need that, so we're going to cut that out. Get my cutters again. It'd be nice to have a small little pair, but you know, these will do for now. Take that out. Okay. Now you've got your neutral and your hot wire. We need to go ahead and strip both of these to hook to our junction box. We'll strip about, let's say, maybe 3/4 to an inch off of the end. Be careful not to damage your wires. Same thing when you're taking the outer sheath off. You don't want to damage your wires or cut into them. You have a short in your wire. Okay, almost got this one. Okay. Same thing with this one. Almost got it. Okay, there we go. Now, what you want to do is go ahead and twist both of these to make sure that all the wires stay together. Get your junction box out. And then your light, your fixture out. We don't need those. Alright. I'm going to use the brass for our hot. There it is. And loosen these up just a hair. Make sure we can get on there. wrap our copper wiring onto those. Our hot wire goes to the brass. Just going to kind of wrap this around, kind of in a U shape here, around our bolt, and securely fasten it back down. Neutral wire here. Brown wire. Wrap it around. Easy trick is to wrap your metal the way you wrapped it with the way you're going to tighten it down, so it'll be easier to tighten. Alright, there we go. Both tight. Okay. Now what we're going to do, make sure our wires pull through. We're going to slide our box right on there. Loosen up our screws just a hair. Okay. Now, slide those two around like that. And tighten this right back down. Not too tight because we don't want to bust this ceramic. We want it tight enough to where it's going to stay on there. There we go. Good and snug. Alright. Now, light bulb. Fluorescent is the best, but whatever you've got. You can also change these out. Walmart and Lowe's and places like that has the colored. You take a green fluorescent, pink, yellow, red, whatever color you like, or holiday you're doing, and use colored lights to make your whole bucket glow the color of the light. So that's real fun as well. Alright, so we got our light bulb in. We'll take our bucket, place our lid on, and if you remember, we've got that hole here where we had our wire coming through and where we bolted down our junction box. So what we want to do there is seal that up. Now what I prefer is the E6000 glue like we talked about at the beginning of our little show. So we're going to place this on here. Seal this up real good. Use a Q-tip. Smooth it around. My Goo Gobbers out there should like this because you can put as much of this as you like. It's clear and it dries clear. So it'll be perfect for what we're working with. Alright, here we go. Okay. Now, if my assistant can go ahead and plug this in for me. And what I suggest doing is taking your cord and wrapping it through your handle and making another knot right here. So when you do go to hang your bucket in the tree, you're eliminating the stress on your junction box yet again by putting the stress on the handle of the bucket itself. Plus, you don't want the lid coming off while you're hanging it in the tree, because that could also be a problem. So again, tie yourself a knot right here with your cable. We're going to see if y'all can see this in the daylight. We'll take some few shots in the dark in just a moment. You can also add stickers and decals on here to liven it up. Or paint it, or whatever you like to do, you know, some LSU on there. Alright, here we go. Can't really see it, can you, out here? But there you go. That's our bucket light. At the end of this film, you'll see some pictures.